Good morning, class. It's Eva.
And Celia, I hope you're having a great time this holiday, but don't forget your homework.
Talking about it, here are some exercises.
First of all these words are going to appear in the story we're going to listen later.
Try to guess what is it about. As you can see, the words are
butter, sugar, cake,
frosting, eggs, dining table, and ration stamps. Okay, now let's get ready for the story.
The title is Alice's Birthday Cake, but written by Anne Whale and illustrated by Marcy Ramsey.
As they left the movie theater, Robert said, "Hurry, let's run home." The bright sun hurt Alice's eyes after being so long in the dark theater. "What's the big rush?" said Alice. She had enjoyed the movie, but she still felt disappointed that she wasn't going to have a party. Alice knew they did not have the ration stamps for a cake, but a party would have been nice. Alice thought about looking for her friends, but she wondered if they were still her friends after all. Robert had started to run home already, so Alice jogged to catch up to him. Once home, Robert had left the front door hanging open. Alice walked in and closed the door behind her. The house seemed strangely sad. Where was Robert? Where was her mother? Alice felt scared. The door to the dining room was closed. Alice started to push it open. "Hello, anybody here?" she called out in a curious voice.
Surprise!
Alice slowly blinked her eyes as if what she saw would disappear. All her friends were standing around the dining table. On the table was a big cake with pink frosting. Alice's friends sang "Happy Birthday to You."
But how? I didn't think. Alice could barely speak. She was so happy. I saved our ration stamps so I could buy enough butter, eggs, and sugar for your cake, explained Alice's mother. Your friends' families helped too. We thought you might have guessed what all the whispering was about, said Alice's friend Elizabeth. We were talking about which stamps we still needed for your cake. Alice saw a letter next to the cake. What's this? She asked her mother. Read it, her mother suggested. Alice read the letter. It was a birthday card from her father. He was safe. Alice was wrong when he thought that turning 13 was unlucky. She felt awful for thinking everyone had forgotten about her. All her friends and family loved her very much and had made turning 13 truly special.
Now, let's try some exercises. Complete with the past form of the verbs in brackets. Ration stamps people to get things.
My mother, eggs, butter, frosting, and sugar to make my last birthday cake.
She that we could go to Paris next summer holidays.
He when he missed the bus yesterday.
Lucia in the dining room last Saturday at dining time.
Selena, his son for his rude behavior. They disappointed by the daughters' fights.
She in a rush yesterday because she had an interview and she was late. There a letter at the front door yesterday.
That man sad because he had an awful problem.
When the door opened, I found a present for me. They that dining table in Egypt.
I can barely open my eyes because last night I 5 hours. Now let's check the solutions.
Ration stamps allowed people to get things.
My mother used eggs, butter, frosting, and sugar to make my last birthday cake.
She suggested that we could go to Paris next summer holidays.
He joked when he missed the bus yesterday.
Lucia was in the dining room last Saturday at dining time.
Selena called out his son for his rude behavior. They were disappointed by their daughter's fights.
She was in a rush yesterday because she had an interview and she was late. There was a letter at the front door yesterday.
That man was sad because he had an awful problem.
When I pushed the door open, I found a present for me. They bought that dining table in Egypt.
I can barely open my eyes because last night I slept 5 hours.
Now let's bake a cake for Alice.
The ingredients we will use are 250 grams of sugar, 250 grams of flour, 3 eggs, 250 centiliters of milk, 125 centiliters of oil, a lemon skin, and 3 papers of baking soda.
For the recipe, we will need the following materials: 1 big mold or 2 small molds, a blender, and a big bowl to blend.
Let's begin.
Step 1. Preheat the oven at 200 degrees.
Step 2. Grate the lemon skin.
Step 3. Put in the bowl the eggs and the sugar. Later, start mixing with the blender.
Step 4. Add the milk and the oil to the mixture and mix again.
Step 5. In another bowl, put the flour and mix it with the baking soda.
Step 6. Put the mixture of flour and baking soda into the liquid mix.
Step 7. Add the lemon skin.
Step 8. Blend everything well. Make sure there are no lumps.
Step 9. Pour the mixture into the mold or molds.
Step 10. Put it inside the oven.
Step 11. Wait for 35-40 minutes.
Step 12. Take it out carefully because it's hot.
Step 13.
Enjoy your cake! Okay, now it's your turn now. So we hope you liked it. Now you have to do your own recipe. You have to write your own favorite recipe using the story's vocabulary, and it has to be between 50 and 100 words. And don't forget, we'll pick it up the next day of class. Bye!